Hello everybody, my name is Timothy and I want to welcome you to the Penang Travel Tips YouTube channel. And if you have been going through my past videos from this channel, you see that I've been doing a lot of videos for people who are interested to apply for MM2H, Malaysia My Second Home, particularly those who are going to stay in Penang. You are contemplating Penang, you want to know more about Penang, and I'm glad that I am in a position that I can help you on this matter. Ever since I created videos like this, I've been receiving a lot of messages from a lot of people like you. And oh, by the way, if you yourself are thinking of coming to stay in Penang and such videos will benefit you, please take a moment to give this video a like and also subscribe to the Penang Travel Tips YouTube channel so that you won't miss out on all the future videos that I'm going to put out. Because truly, I'm having such a good time. I'm enjoying myself creating this video, and not only am I enjoying myself, I know that this video is going to help someone somewhere, those who are looking for realistic videos that does not overinflate or puff up the expectation, but to show you the actual Penang, and it comes from a person like myself. So when I come back, we are going to talk about my support for people who are looking to apply for MM2H in Penang, and so I'll be back in a short while.
Penang streets so bright, every corner a delight. Markets buzz with life, filled with joy and sights. Hidden gems we find, local flavors oh so kind. From the beaches white, warm sun feels just right. Penang my new home, wherever I roam, this place is my own. Penang my new home.
So in this video, we are going to talk about my support for people who are planning to get MM2H Malaysia My Second Home with the particular intention of staying here in my wonderful, beautiful Penang. But before we go any further, I want to get some things out of the way in the interest of full disclosure. Recently, I've had the opportunity to speak to the founder of Outer Domers. Outer Domers is the most reputable MM2H visa agency. So the government requires that if you want to get the MM2H visa, it is now almost compulsory that you use an MM2H visa agent. They want that all the forms and documentation vetted by an MM2H visa agent before it is submitted to MM2H, to the Ministry of Tourism, so that there is much less work for them. And the most reputable, the oldest of them all is Outer Domers. So I have had a conversation with the founder of Outer Domers. Incidentally, he knows, all his staff in his office already know me before I have the chance to speak to him. And in the conversation, he is going to offer me a referral fee every time I refer a contact to him to get MM2H. The same also, I have a selection of real estate agent. When one of you need to get property, I will select an agent to serve you according to the type of property that you need. And so that agent, if he close a sale, he will give me a referral fee. So I'm telling you this in full disclosure so that you know that there is a referral fee that will come to me that will help me in maintaining this website and make it worthwhile to assist everybody. And do not be afraid of that, because the referral fee does not inflate the cost of you engaging a visa agent or buying a property. The amount that you will pay for the visa agent as well as the commission for the real estate agent is going to be the same. So the referral fee does not impact on that. But that is a way for me to, maintain this website and create more videos. And if you were to ask, what if I have already gotten contacted outer domers, then will Timothy, will I still be getting a referral fee? No, I will not. If you have contacted outer domers yourself, I will not be getting any referral fee, because I will not be the person who will be referring you to the agency. And then your next question is, if I have a questions on Penang, will you still help me? The answer is yes, I will still help you, even though I will not be earning anything from you. So the whole purpose of this website is to help people whether or not there is a referral fee. Okay, I do not need to earn in order to help you. I want to help you to show you the Penang hospitality. To be able to show you the Penang hospitality, for me, is very important, so that you will have a wonderful start in your journey into living in Penang and coming to stay in Penang. You get to know a lot of beautiful, warm people, and I hope that the first one will be myself. Getting a referral fee is, of course, good for me because it helps me a lot, but not getting it is fine if I get to meet and befriend a lot of wonderful people. But on the other hand, do not try to exploit me, such as knowing that I would very much appreciate to have a referral fee. You go behind my back to seek the outer domers and so on, and then later come back to me still with your questions. So that would not be fair to me. So please do not be unfair to me. Treat me fairly, and I will always be the one assisting you. As I mentioned earlier, when I got into a conversation with the founder of Outer Domers, the visa agency, he told me that all his staff in his office already know who I am. Because actually, if you are in Penang long enough, you will discover that I'm quite well known in Penang, because I have been on social media for 22 years. I'm considered the grandfather of social media in Penang. I have been writing for so long, even though I have not been on YouTube that long. Why not? Because only in the last few years that I have right now fiber optic cabling and high-speed broadband. Before that, I could only look at YouTube. I wish I could create videos on YouTube, but I can't. Even a 5-minute video takes forever to upload on YouTube. So it was not able for me to create videos in the past. Right now, finally, I have high-speed broadband, and that allows me to create even long videos, and it goes up onto YouTube almost instantaneously. And so that also is one thing which I want to bring up. When you come to stay in Penang and having fast internet is crucial for you, there are properties that are old with no good internet. There are new properties with lightning speed internet. You need to know which is which, and if having fast internet is crucial to your well-being in Penang, find out that before you sign on the dotted line to purchase any property. So that is where one of the things which is I come to my mind to remind you on this. It is not, fast internet is not across the board on all properties. You will find it in the newer properties, in the new condominiums, where fiber optic cabling is put in from day one. But older properties, older landed properties, they may not have fiber optic cabling, and so their internet line might be much slower. So bear in mind on that. And now, I find that if you are going to need my assistance the whole time, perhaps it is good that you get to know who I am. And you will know that although I would be considered a native of Penang, I'm not the regular person in that I am very much like Mr. Encyclopedia. That is how I become from 22 years of writing, and it's not the YouTube as I mentioned, it is on my website, Penang Travel Tips, which today is, I believe, the largest place information website in the country. And is the website that made me who I am. And that website started 22 years ago in 2003, although at the very beginning it wasn't known as Penang Travel Tips. Back then, it was known as Asia Explorers. At that time, I was still working. Now I'm writing full-time, and I love to sit here in my study room and do my writing, and that is what I love to do most. But back then, 22 years ago, I was working. I was holding a very a good job in a multinational. I'm the marketing guy handling Asia Pacific region, and I had a good salary, I had good benefits, and I have a lot of free time. And because of that free time and the benefit, I thought one of my hobbies would be travel. And back then I thought I love to travel so much that I decided to create a travel club for my hobby. So I created the travel club called Asia Explorers. So Asia Explorers was a travel club I created in 2002, and to popularize what I do, what I want to do back then is to create tailor-made tours or travels to different places, exotic places in Asia, and I would get people from the most of it from the Bayan Lepas Free Industrial Zone where I was working back then, and we all go on tailor-made trips to different parts of Asia. And to popularize that, I created a website called Asia Explorers. So, a few years after 2003, when my travel club was started, and I start to expand on the writing on that website, it so happens that, I might as well tell you what company I was at. I was at Dell Computer. And it was at Dell that I learned coding, and that allows me to write that website. So, one benefit that I get from Dell Computer is I learned to write coding, and that enables me to write a website. But if you ask me today, I'm not a programmer. If anything that is very sophisticated, I wouldn't know. I always tell people that I know sufficient coding to write a website, and above that, I would need help. Similarly, when people hear that, you're from Dell Computer, so you must be a computer guru, you can fix computers. I can't. If something gets wrong with my computer, I will need a computer guru, an actual computer guru, a technician or programmer to come and fix my computer. What I am good at is in writing, particularly because I have a marketing background. So, back then, I was writing my website, Asia Explorers, and a few years after writing the website, that was when Google introduced AdSense. And I learned that, I can put the ads on my website and I can earn an income. How very interesting. I can earn an income, and as the days goes by, earning from that AdSense ads become more and more attractive. In 2007, Dell experienced a slowdown, and so they began to lay off workers, and my department was affected. They closed the whole department, and at that time, they even offered a consultant to help me seek another job. But at that moment, I told myself, I am enjoying writing my Asia Explorers website, and if I doing it this way to earn a living, I can do exactly what I love to do. And it was through these years between 2003 to 2007 that I discovered that what I love most is not actually to travel, but rather to write about places, to research and write. That is my first love, and I can sit down and write whole day. There's nothing much that I love more than to write. And I also relish the idea that I can earn a living without having a boss, without selling anything, without providing any services, without having any customers, without having any clients, and without having to hear any customer complaints. So writing is the best thing with AdSense to earn directly from the web, that I can just do whatever I enjoy to do. And so I asked my wife that this is a risk. Is it okay that I do not go and search for another job? And I'm so glad that my wife gave her blessing. Let's try. She allows me to see if we are able to survive without me going out to work. And here also I want to say that later on, for a few years, I'm involved with my friend's business in helping him to do marketing. So I was salaried with my friend for a few years in his travel agency. But even during that time, I stopped going out to work. So I've been working from here, from this very desk, since 2007, full time until today. So as I was saying, back in 2007, I took a risk to see whether I would be able to survive as a full-time content creator. Back then, as I mentioned earlier, there was no YouTube, so it's entirely on the web. I want to see whether I can survive just on AdSense, and even back then, the income that I was earning from AdSense is not much. But the joy of being able to do exactly what I want to do without having a boss, having customers, having clients, selling anything or giving any services, to me that is very good. So I try it out, and what do you know? I survived until today, 2025, and over that period of time, one by one, I managed to clear off my mortgage. I clear off my car loan, and so eventually I become more or less free independently. So even as a person sitting at home right here at my study room, writing every single day. So what do I write? I write place information. So if you go into Penang Travel Tips, you get place information, and it is the most comprehensive website, and it's not just about Penang, it's about the entire Malaysia, or rather Peninsular Malaysia, all the way down to Singapore. So if you were to Google for a road somewhere in Kuala Lumpur or Singapore or Ipoh or anywhere along the Peninsular Malaysia, if somebody has researched on its history and to describe that road, chances are that person is me, because that website just continues to grow and grow and grow. As I told you earlier, in 2003 it wasn't known as Penang Travel Tips, it was known as Asia Explorers. But by 2007, and between 2007 and 2009, Asia Explorers suddenly becomes too big for me. I can't focus on writing something as big as Asia. So I immediately shrink down to just writing about Penang. So in the beginning, I changed from Asia Explorers to Penang Travel Tips to write just about Penang. Eventually, over time, Penang is not big enough for me, and so even on the Penang Travel Tips website, I'm writing about other places outside Penang like Kuala Lumpur, Ipoh, Taiping, and so on. And I brought back all the material that I wrote in Asia Explorers into the Penang Travel Tips website, even though I have no intention to change the name one more time. So it's good. It has been Penang Travel Tips from 2009. That is to say, 2 years after I went full-time in writing in 2007. In 2009, it changed from Asia Explorers to Penang Travel Tips. And from then on, it remains the same until today. And over that time, I also go into Facebook, and more recently into YouTube. To a lesser extent, I'm on Instagram and TikTok. Most people know me is through Facebook. On Facebook itself, I have this is my Facebook link. You can go and visit me on Facebook, and you can follow me on Facebook. So you'll know who I am. And over the time, in the beginning, nobody knows me, because I'm just a guy who just loves to describe places. I describe every town, I describe every street, anything. In Penang, I describe all the condominiums, hundreds upon hundreds of condominiums. I would research on it to find out the information and to put it, to share it out to people. And I'm not earning from them directly. I'm earning from the income of the ads from AdSense. So to me, that is passive income, and I love passive income. Passive income is the one that has sustained me from then all the way to now. Of course, that is not the only passive income that I have. I have investments and so on. So as I said, over time, I'm able to clear off my mortgage loan, I clear off my car loan and so on. And as I become more and more financially independent, I am able to look into what is the meaning of life if I am not able to help people. So every instant, if I'm able to help people, I would do that. For example, in 2020, during COVID, I saw because of the lockdown, many people became jobless and they were more or less got stuck at home, unable to go out to work. So what I did is, by then, even at 2020, I have become reasonably well known in Penang. So I'm using more or less my well-knownness to create a platform known as Sojimat. Sojimat, that's a name, and it is a platform on Facebook. This is a Facebook marketplace for people to sell things. So during the COVID lockdown, when I created this Sojimat platform, a lot of people can go there to sell things. They can bake cookies and sell it there. They can create cakes and sell it there. And if they have nothing to create, if they want to sell off an old chair or an old table or a cupboard, they can do that and go to Sojimat and sell it. And I don't earn any commission, but that platform was able to help hundreds of people, and that gives me a lot of joy. So I realized that money is important, but money is not everything. The pleasure of helping people is also a reward. So even as now, as I told you, even if I'm not able to earn a referral fee from you, I will always still assist you if you reach out to me by WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number is this one. So if you have any questions on Penang, you can always reach out to me. Never ever call. As I mentioned before, don't call me. If I see a number that I'm not familiar with, I will block, and that will excommunicate you from me. So until I have registered your number, I have kept your number in my directory, in my telephone book, do not call me. Start with WhatsApp. Once I'm familiar with you, yes, we can have telephone appointments to talk to me. I always can't go with impromptu calls because I could be in the middle of doing a video like this, and if you call me, the phone will ring. The phone will actually ring. I do not shut down my phone because if I have a habit of, once I shut down the phone, I forget to turn it back on, and then the phone will stop ringing the whole time for many days. It has happened several times. So my phone is not shut down. It is on the whole time. But do not call. Always start with WhatsApp. The moment I have a chance to go through my WhatsApp, I will read your message and I will respond to you. And even if it's necessary for you, you can even have Zoom call with me. And my 22 years of researching Penang and all over the place has made me more or less like the encyclopedia of everywhere. Even though maybe I might not keep everything up in my head, but it's all there for you. And I know if you are going to use my website, you might get an information overload because there's so much information. But it's everything that you would need to get to know Penang, Malaysia, even right down to Singapore. Even if you Google for streets in Singapore, particularly those in the central business district, if somebody wrote about the street, it's likely me. I actually walk the street, take the photograph, and then go back home to research on the street, its history, everything, and then I write and then put it out. Why? To satisfy my curiosity. Yes, you can always say that I am doing it to earn that passive income from AdSense. You can say that, but a lot of times I'm writing about very, very obscure street, which I know nobody is going to look up. And if they were to look that up, it is going to be once in the blue moon that they will look it up. So I'm not writing with the purpose of earning an immediate income from it. I always do it for the purpose, the pleasure of satisfying my curiosity. So I know I have that that pleasure, that joy of doing that, because I am not working. I'm not working full time. I don't have a boss. I can spend my whole time doing what I love to do. I mentioned that I went full time in 2007 after I lost my job at Dell. So at 2007, I was 42 years old. Today, 2025, I'm now 60 years old, and I think living as a person who doesn't go out to work, who does exactly what he loves to do, that I believe helps me slow down my aging process. So at 60 years old, I still have my actual black hair, even though there is occasionally there are some white hair, and then my wife will take a small scissors and cut off for me my black hair. But now at 60 years old, I still have my black hair, and most of it have not fallen out. So I do believe that if you want to delay aging, we cannot prevent aging, but if you want to delay aging, stay away from stress. Stay away from stress. So I am a person who is the manifestation of having taken the risk of putting away stress. I do not want to have work stress with a boss or to have to fulfill a customer or to sell things. I do not want to have that. I would rather live frugally on whatever income that I have and to build slowly from there. So I feel that what I have done when at the age of 42, when I say I retired from a salaried job, has helped me a lot, and it has given me the opportunity to do things with this benefit of time that otherwise I would not have been able to do, such as to create Sojimat. And another thing that I could do culturally for Penang is that in Penang we speak a dialect of the Hokkien language called Penang Hokkien. The Hokkien language is a dying language. It is a dying language because it's an oral language without a proper writing system. Throughout the centuries, there are attempts to write the Hokkien language, but for Penang Hokkien itself, nobody has actually put in the effort to create a writing system for it until I come along. So in 2013, I decided to do something to save Penang Hokkien from extinction. For me, my local language is very, very important. It is part of my identity. So what I did is I started to create a Facebook group. This is the Facebook group for Learn Penang Hokkien. So if you come to Penang and you want to learn about our language, Learn Penang Hokkien is where you go, where I have videos that teach people how to speak Penang Hokkien. And I also start to compile the words in Penang Hokkien into a dictionary. So today, if you were to Google for Penang Hokkien Dictionary, I have the only online Penang Hokkien Dictionary with audio. You can click on the words and listen to the audio of it. The Penang State Government and the Chief Minister of Penang officiated my Learn Penang Hokkien YouTube channel and my Penang Hokkien Dictionary back in 2023. So for me, that is a wonderful recognition of what I have done, and I was only able to do it with the benefit of this luxurious time that I have on my hand to do things not for the sake of earning an immediate income, but to do things because it is the right thing to do. For me, to be able to save my language is something priceless. So that is the wonderful feeling. And now in 2025, I find that people want to come to Penang to stay, and I want to welcome you to Penang. And the best way is to create this series of videos on MM2H, where I can share with you my Penang, explain to you things about the Penang that I stay in. I have been staying in Penang my whole life, my whole 60 years on this earth, I stay in Penang, and to lead you to the people who are able to assist you with your visa as well as on real estate. By the way, I got involved in real estate in 2018. At that time, why do I get involved into real estate? It's because I want information. I always crave and hungry. I'm hungry for information. And here, I'm hungry for information on apartments and condominiums in Penang. So, by being involved in real estate, I'm able to get access to the information for my website. So, as you can see, I spend my whole time writing and researching, and that is what I love to do. It is something that it suits me. I know if you do not like to write, so earning passive income this way is a nightmare. You can't do it. But I love to write. I always tell people, just give me a high-speed broadband, give me electricity with internet, and food to eat, then you can lock the door and throw away the keys. I will be very happy to be sitting here to write my website and to create YouTube channel that will help people. And so, in my future videos, I am going to create more on how to go about getting Malaysia My Second Home, MM2H. I will create videos on all aspects of MM2H. I will create a video on step-by-step guide to MM2H, and I will also show you maybe hotels or service residences where you can stay short term until the time that you are able to purchase a property on MM2H. So that is all coming up. So that is my support that I will be offering to you through this channel, Penang Travel Tips. Yes, I decided to call it Penang Travel Tips, the same as the name of my website. So this is the URL of my website. So I hope you'll visit it. And when you do go there, just use the Google the cell and search for things. So if you're looking for a neighborhood, just put the name of the neighborhood and the information will come up, because the website is huge. It has thousands of pages. You need to do a search in order to find what you want. So that covers today's video, where I explain a little bit about myself and also to disclose that yes, I am a person who lives full-time on passive income. Passive income since 2025, I think, since 2005. And then it becomes full-time since 2007. And I have survived on passive income, not just on Google, but I continue to create new streams of passive income for myself. So that is my life in one video, and I hope that through this video I can help you. And so that comes to the end of this particular video. I want to thank you for listening to me rambling along today, and if you enjoy it, please take a moment to give it a like. And if you are in the process of maybe considering MM2H, subscribe to this channel so that I can bring you and get you notified every time I create a new video. Until I see you again, this is Timothy signing off.